So you've decided that hiring an organic chemistry tutor might be a good idea. Great. Now let's talk about how to find the right organic chemistry tutor, because while organic chemistry tutoring can cost hundreds if not thousands of dollars, finding the wrong tutor can cost you not just money, but valuable time and ultimately the result. Hey everyone, Victor is here. I'm a professional chemist and chemistry educator, and I've been teaching chemistry for over 20 years. And the thing that I keep on seeing over and over when it comes to tutoring is a mismatch between what students ask for, what they actually need, and what tutoring provides that ultimately doesn't get students the result they want. Not all tutors solve the same problems. Some are there to explain your homework, some just answer your questions, some can help you with mechanisms, maybe keep you accountable and make sure you keep to your schedule. Some will be able to diagnose why you're struggling in the first place. Some will help you prepare to the ACS or other standardized exams, and some are best at helping you crunch before the exams. And those are completely different services, and yet students lump them together and think that any tutor can help with any of those. So before we go any further, before we go through the vetting questions and how to find the tutor who is the good fit for you, the very first thing that I want you to do, the step 0, is to know what problem you are trying to solve. Do you just need help with the homework? Or maybe you need somebody to keep you accountable and keep you on the schedule? Or do you just need explanations? Or maybe you need some exam prep? Or do you need a complete reset because you failed the exam, or maybe retaking the class and you don't remember what was going on there to begin with? And the thing is, not all of those goals require a tutor, and not all tutors will accommodate all of those goals. And if you cannot answer these questions, that is a signal in itself, because maybe you don't need tutoring just yet, but what you do need is a diagnosis of what is going on and why exactly you're struggling to begin with. Now, when you have a pretty decent idea of what you are trying to accomplish with tutoring, let's talk about where you are going to find the tutor. There are 3 main venues. First, that's going to be your school's tutoring center. Those ones are typically staffed by other students who have taken the course before and got A or maybe even B, depending on what your school policies are. Those are typically fine for homework and maybe some advice that deals with a specific professor or class, but don't forget that those places are staffed with people who have just finished the course themselves. They've never taught that course, they just passed that in a recent past. Now, the second place is tutoring marketplaces. Those are huge websites which offer tutoring in pretty much everything imaginable. You will have filters how to find a tutor, you might click on chemistry or organic chemistry, you will have a bunch of profiles, and you will pick from those profiles who you might want to talk to and ask about tutoring. And the third place is going to be independent tutors or independent specialists, if you want to call it this way. Those are typically people that have their own platforms. They've been doing that for many years, and although you can find them on different tutoring platforms sometimes, many of them are independent and they will have their own infrastructure, their own social media presence, etc. Now, none of those choices are automatically right or wrong, good or bad. They all solve different problems at different price points. That's why it is so important for you to know what exactly you want with tutoring and why you decided to go with tutoring to begin with. And if you do decide to go with an independent tutor or a tutor from a marketplace, there are a few questions I want you to think about and ask them to make sure that they are a good fit for you and specifically your situation. There are 6 of those questions, and some of those are usually even show up on tutor's website or profile. The first one, and probably one of the most important ones, is, does the tutor actually specialize in organic chemistry? The thing is, chemistry tutor and organic chemistry tutor are not the same job description. Somebody who teaches organic chemistry exclusively has a very different field of expertise and very different experience than somebody who teaches just about everything and organic chemistry, among other things. Which brings me to the next question. How much experience do they have? And I'm not just talking about years here. While experience year-wise does help, of course, I'm talking about the breadth of the experience rather than the length of that. Somebody who's been teaching material from the same school with the same instructor for many years might be excellent at explaining how this specific instructor works, their quirks, their testing style or something like that, but will not be able to help you much outside of their common curriculum or the way that this specific instructor or this specific school works. The more different experiences and the more different schools the tutor has worked with, the wider their experience is going to be, and the more they will be able to help you regardless of what type of a school or curriculum you might be in. Alright, the next thing you might want to consider is how do they actually teach? Somebody who just shows you how to solve problems versus somebody who makes you solve problems and help you walk through those and help you navigate those are two very different learning experiences. And while some people might argue that they learn best by watching others solve the problems, let me put it this way. Nobody ever became a world-renowned pianist or Olympics champion by watching somebody play piano or perform sports. Organic chemistry is exactly the same. You gotta do the work, you gotta do the practice questions yourself rather than just watch somebody perform that for you. If your tutor is just sitting there and explaining how things work and you sit there and just watch them do that, well, you might as well watch a YouTube video. And yes, you can ask questions and intervene from time to time, but the effectiveness of that type of instruction is marginal at best. Now, this is something that you are going to see very quickly into your first or second session with a tutor, and that is, can they explain why rather than just what? And what I mean by that is, whenever you are working through some sort of a problem, can your tutor explain why you use this or that reagent, why you use this or that approach, and not the other one that seemingly is the same or gives you the same result? Because in organic chemistry, we might have multiple different pathways how you can get from point A to point B or C or D or whatever. Not every pathway is equally as good, and the tutor needs to be able to explain why one pathway is better than the other one, and just because I said so ain't gonna cut it. Now, do they have a plan for you? A lot of tutoring is reactive. Student comes in, asks the question, tutor explains, rinse and repeat next week. And while this type of tutoring might feel like it accomplishes something, you get the answers to your questions, it's actually not very effective. Unless you are working towards some sort of a goal, like you want to become better at synthesis, or you want to improve your mechanistic thinking, or you want to be able to independently approach certain type of a problem, unless you deliberately work towards that goal, simply asking questions and getting the answers not going to have much of an effect. And finally, can your tutor tell you when you don't need tutoring? Personally, I turn away more students than I accept simply because a lot of students don't need tutoring, but they need a study buddy. They need somebody to help them from time to time when they have questions. They need somebody to keep them accountable, etc., etc., etc. Many of those things, they don't require a tutor. They require sometimes a babysitter, sometimes a friend, sometimes just a study buddy that you are going to be working with and bouncing ideas from each other to make it a little bit easier to comprehend and sort the information. That's why just hiring a tutor if you're struggling is not always the best idea, simply because that's the only thing that you can think of. That's why I keep on coming back to the same idea of why you think you need tutoring. Answer this question to yourself first, and then you will know if you actually need a tutor or you need something else, some other style of help to succeed in your class. And before we move on, there is one other thing that I want to mention, and that is the price. While price generally is not the best indicator of quality, there is some correlation, but I want you to be very mindful about that because expensive doesn't necessarily mean good, likewise, very cheap doesn't necessarily mean awful. Yes, independent tutors who have years of experience and good credentials, they will typically ask for higher fees. But also be very mindful about tutors who ask for very low fees, because generally speaking, if you think about that, somebody who is teaching organic chemistry is not going to be able to do it for very cheaply, simply because of the amount of experience and work and knowledge that takes to get to this point where you can actually explain the hardest topic in college curriculum. You're probably going to be very suspicious if somebody tells you that they can give you, I don't know, a full sleeve tattoo for just $50 in one night. That just doesn't fit, it doesn't sound right. When it comes to tutoring, the idea is kind of the same. At the same time, many experienced tutors are extremely efficient. Somebody who only charges $40 but requires you to work with them for, I don't know, 30 hours to get you to the point where you are comfortable with next exam, or somebody who is charging, $200 but only requires 6 hours to get you to the same point, well, are you really saving by taking a cheaper tutor? Something for you to ponder about. Now, let's talk about some red flags. If you're looking for a new tutor, or maybe you have already started working with one, there are several red flags that you have to be extremely careful about. And the first one is that if your tutor guarantees that you are going to get an A. Nobody can guarantee an A. That is magic. And if your tutor guarantees that after working with them you are going to get an A, run. If your tutor offers to do your homework, that is another red flag. Plus, that is a violation of academic honesty, so if something like that happens, go in the opposite direction. Your tutor is just giving you answers instead of explaining things and helping you build your skills. If every tutoring session looks like you come in, you ask the question, they give you the answer, the same thing next week, that's actually not tutoring, you're just paying somebody to do your homework. See a previous point. Another big one is that when your tutor does not ask you questions. If your tutor doesn't actively ask you questions to probe your understanding, and I don't mean just asking you does it make sense or do you understand it or something like that, they need to be actively asking you questions to probe your understanding. If that doesn't happen, your tutor is just reciting the script, so to speak. They're just repeating the same things that they've repeated before over and over again, and they're not really teaching. And finally, your tutor cannot explain the same concept differently. This one is pretty simple. People learn things differently, and they sometimes need slightly different approach and different explanation. So if your tutor is just doing that old dad joke when they're explaining the same thing but louder, well, yeah, that's probably not a good idea. So don't hesitate to ask your tutor to explain things in a different way, or maybe using different terms, or maybe use a different example, and if they cannot, well, again, they're just reading the script and they're not really teaching, nor do they understand the topic themselves probably. So as you can see, the goal is not to find the best tutor, but rather to find the tutor that works for you and fits your needs. So first you need to figure out for yourself what exactly you need help with, and if that's one of the things where the tutor can help, then go ahead and get yourself a tutor, ask them some questions that I have proposed here, and get the grade that you wanted. And if this video helped you find the direction where to go next, boop the like button, leave me a comment below, and I will see you next time!